firstly, I hate you because that looks extremely good, and I'm obviously I'm in your group as well, so it's very scary looking at what you've done there. 99 points is certainly better than I managed, although I did manage to win the league, to be fair. So looking through your team, certainly a couple of players here you've signed who I've gone for as well. Wilfred Ndidi, I think pretty much everyone seems to have signed him. Interesting, some interesting names here that I didn't get, although quite interesting. Almost all of them I tried to sign. Any particular highlights in terms of signings? Let's look through your signings for the season. Anyone you particularly felt worked really well? Jeez, 138 million.
I am gonna have to go with Julio Anguiso.
Oh yeah,
I signed him in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I knew from people that he was very good, and I was so surprised, like 25
God,
goals.
yes, that's incredible. 15 goals as well off the wing. That's an impressive contribution for sure.
The most insane match I have to highlight, and then I am going immediately into the Champions League, which probably had to come later, but you need to look at the 9th of April, the 5-3 versus Real Madrid.
Goodness me, yes. And Ciso 4 goals as well, wow. So it really did pay off.
4 goals in the Bernabeu.
4 goals in the Bernabeu, including 3 in the first 7 minutes as well. 3 in 3 minutes, in fact. Must have felt good at that moment.
Yeah, it was insane.
In fact, you were 5-0 up. You're 5-0 up at the Bernabeu. That must have felt very odd.
Yes.
Were you a little bit worried, be honest? Were you a little bit worried?
Throw it away.
When Mbappe scored in the 86th, were you a little bit worried? Come on, be honest.
Extremely worried.
I bet you were, yeah. I would have said I don't believe you if you said no there, I think. But generally, I mean, look, I was going to...
seasons?
Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. To manage to win the Champions League with Celtic is silly, frankly. But really well done as well. Very, very impressive. And it looks like Enciso was a big, big part of that.
Yeah, and also, I mean, he was called back, but Ricardo Calafiori, I mean, I really hate him in real life, but he was very good for me.
Well, as a Gooner, I quite like him. I mean, he's another player that I signed as well, so we have him in common. Did you get him on loan like I did?
Yeah. But so he got injured in April for 4 weeks, and then he got recalled, which was very sad.
Right, okay, so that's why he's not there anymore. That makes sense. But yeah, you can see he's had a good season there. 12 assists as well. Were you playing with centre back or left back?
Yes. No, left back.
Not left back. Centre back. He's got 12 assists.
Usually what I played is Carter Pickers, that's his name, and Vidic central, and then left back Fury, right back Johnston.
Interesting, yeah. Certainly a couple of these players I've used. Johnston is sort of starting to turn up a little bit for me now as well. And then I can see for the second season you got Pedro Neto in. That's impressive. Or is that second season? No, that's later in the season, isn't it? Okay, so he's obviously done pretty well for you as well. 12 goals and 14 assists.
Oh, I did. I mean, I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to say about season 2.
No.
Because I did already finish it.
No, sure. I won't say it. Let's not go there yet. I mean, you're allowed to, but it's a giveaway, isn't it? So let's not give it away. But yeah, no, it certainly looks like you've got some interesting. So for me, Dyson Maeda was my kind of sort of go-to, but you've clearly moved on from him a little bit. Because I mean, frankly,
I forced all the Japanese players I forced out of the club, which wasn't because they were Japanese.
No, I'm sure that's not true. But yeah, Furuhashi, and I'm not sure he's very good. 20 million for him. God, you've done well there. Yeah, I know. You've been talking about how much you managed to spend despite not having a massive
16
budget.
goals
Yeah.
in.
Great. Well, that certainly looks like you've had a pretty good season there for sure. Were you expecting it to be this good? I mean, I'm sure you weren't expecting to win the Champions League, but I mean, I'm assuming you thought winning the league would be fairly straightforward.
No, I did not.
Or even if you just look through who you beat.
Yeah, I mean, my.
Go on.
Yeah, it's. When I started the season, I was like, okay, I didn't know what to expect. There was a lot of money to play with, and I mean, my usual saves are building super teams in non-top 5 leagues, so
yeah,
it was familiar to play in. I have never managed in Scotland, but it was familiar to me.
I certainly haven't since the Championship Manager days.
So I was expecting I could do very good.
Yeah. Well, no, you've certainly been a very good season. I suppose the one.
But I did expect to be pretty good in the Champions League, but
yeah, but actually winning it is another matter, isn't it? It's certainly not something I was really expecting to see in season 1. I thought someone might manage it at some point, but season 1 I wasn't really expecting that. But obviously the only slight disappointment for your season was the cup semi-final defeat against Rangers. Looks like quite a game you had there.
I practically destroyed everyone except Rangers, because also in the other matches against Rangers, either due to bad luck or them actually outperforming me, I only beat them once, I think.
Really? Wow. But yeah, no, it looks like quite an exciting game in the cup. We're looking at it now. It's so 3 goals in extra time, was it? Yeah, it looks like 3 goals in extra time. Impressive. So it must have been exciting. Edge of the seat stuff.
It's one of those matches that you get mad at your team. I don't know if you're looking at the stats, but the expected goals, I was 2 goals ahead in expected goals. So
were you really? God. Yeah.
When Johnston scored, I wasn't expecting to still lose.
So yeah, you've got 5 expected goals in total. We've got 9 goals. So it's clearly teams both finishing well. Yanis Hadji's actually just scored against me in my save as well. So I sympathise on the old Yanis Hadji scoring a crucial goal there. He's a decent player, I think. So yeah, I can just
say that I moved on from Schmeichel.
I was literally just about to go on to Schmeichel because I've done the same thing. I just thought he's a bit too old, and I've got a replacement in. But yeah, no, you've done the same thing I have and moved on from him. I assume it's without giving anything away now, but I assume for season 2 you've gone for 2 different goalkeepers rather than Sinisalo and Schmeichel.
No, I have seen Salah still. You can look at the transfers. Some of the transfers are already there.
Okay.
I got Carnesci from Atalanta.
Ah, yes, I can see he's coming. He's not there yet. But yeah, that's a good. I've had him in the past, so he's certainly for Scottish League. He's a very good keeper. So yeah, you've got certainly a decent player coming in there. Bordza, I don't know Bordza. Yeah, certainly decent left back.
Oh, he's my favourite player. Look, you shouldn't do it this safe. Than any other save where you're not competing against me. Get Borsa, he's amazing and he's really cheap because he plays in the Romanian league.
I've got a pretty good left back. I'm not going to reveal my sources, but I've got a pretty good left back. I'm quite happy with my left back at the moment. But yeah, you've got this guy Lucas Haraslin coming in as well from Sparta Prague.
Yeah, just a free.
Decent. Yeah, for a virtually free transfer. It looks like a decent.
Yeah, I have no clue why it's 75k.
Yeah, it's odd. I don't know what's going on with that. It's very strange. But yeah, no, it certainly looks like you've had a good season. Well, I mean, obviously you've had a good season, but good season in terms of the signings that you've made. But yeah, no, look, we look at what you've done this season, and it's amazing. And yeah, to actually manage to win the Champions League with Celtic at all, let alone in the first season, is quite silly, really. So really well done. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. And in terms of aims now going forward, I mean, having won the Champions League, what else do you want to achieve now?
I mean, I want to win it again.
Yeah, that would be a good place to start for sure.
And honestly, right now, I mean, I already know what I did next season and what I mean. But right now, my goal is to just build the most insane team that you can think in like 4 seasons Celtic. Yeah. And I'm doing pretty well doing that.
I'd say you're getting there from what I can see. I mean, getting players like Rooney Bargi, and he's top of the class in terms of you can't really get much better than that as a right winger. I have actually. I'm not giving too much away to say that I've tried to sign him, but I don't.
Yeah, and I will like give a small sneak peek. And I finished the summer transfer window for the 3rd season, and he's been relegated to the bench.
Oh God! Who on earth? Don't tell me. But who on earth are you signing that's going to get into the Celtic team ahead of Rooney Bargi? Goodness me! Don't tell me though. Let's keep that for next year.
Yes, I won't.
That's pretty awesome. Pretty fantastic. Now, I wasn't going to bring this up at the beginning because I didn't want to embarrass you too much, but let's just, for quite a lot of people I don't think realise yet just who you are, because I think you have a bit of experience in these competitions. Am I right?
Overestimated.
Not from what I've heard.
Yeah, no, I was in the Dutch qualifier for the Football Manager World Cup, and I got second place. So
which
I was
is
close.
that's pretty
But
impressive.
to be fair, yeah, yeah, yeah. To be fair, that was in the qualifications were in draft mode, so
Yeah,
it's a bit different. But at the same time, it's team building. So
it's the same kind of thing, absolutely. But yeah,
yeah,
that's very impressive. I think the I'm trying to remember the Dutch team. What did the Dutch team that did eventually qualify? How did they do?
I thought they. I have actually no clue. Like
Okay, fair enough.
the thing is, in my final match, I was 2-0 ahead at halftime, and I was like virtually in first place.
Yeah,
And my team fell apart really hard because my opponent went all out attacking, and
and you just
it
sort of
it
folded.
worked.
Yeah.
The
No.
1 in 100 time
I was
paid
about to
off.
say, yeah, that's not going to happen often, is it? It's unlucky. Well, it looks like you're well on the way to making
Yeah, and
up
I
for that in
lost
this
two
competition
six
anyway.
in the end.
6-2, Jesus. That's yeah.
Yes, it
That's.
was insane.
So did he just stay on all out attack even once he turned it around?
Yeah, it just kept on attacking. I mean, he was out of it. He was in fifth, I think, out of seven, if I
Okay,
remember
so
correctly.
he was just being
So he was
spiteful.
already. Yeah, I mean, he was just having fun. I
Not
mean,
very nice, is
I
it?
would have done the same thing.
Fair enough, fair enough. I've just noticed one more player we haven't talked about yet, and I can't quite believe I missed it. Rodrigo Riquelme, 30 goal contributions in about 40 games. That's quite amazing. What a player!
Yeah,
On
wanna know
loan
the best
from
part?
Atletico, I think. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
really
yeah, like
interesting signing.
I was simulating in the early season to get past the transfer like deadline day because I always do that. It's a habit. And I accidentally forgot to sign him into the Champions League, and then I made more than 3 signings in the winter, so he never played in the Champions League.
Oh no. I mean, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but any attempts to sign him for season 2, or is he back with Atletico now? So don't answer that if you don't want to. It's completely up to you.
I did think about it, but I didn't end up signing him.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, you've got enough talent in this team.
I
You
did,
probably don't need
you
him,
know,
but he's
sign
obviously
some
had a
other
brilliant season.
players.
Quite right. Quite right. Well, look, I mean, look, you've got an unbelievably good attack from what I can see here. This guy, Johan Bonny, I hadn't heard of him yet, but
Yeah,
looks like he's a top signing. 43.
Joan Boni,
Yeah, looks like a real player, and should do you. I would have thought for the
190
full 4 years.
centimeters. 1 meter 90, pretty fast, you know. That's
Is
all
it
you
1
need.
meter 90? I missed that. Yeah, goodness. Yeah, he's pretty good. But yeah, no, he's as I say, he should be good for you for the full 4 seasons, I reckon. Right. Well, I mean, I would say good luck for season 2, but I know you've already finished it. Good luck for. I hope you've done well in season 2. I'm pretty sure you have. I wait with rather a bit of trepidation to see my fate for that, because I think the rest of us are kind of competing for second place now. But well done anyway, because that is.
I don't want to
quite a
like
season.
the Scottish Cup in the semi-final was really hurt my lead because I think I lost like
but
20
you
or
won the
25
Champions League,
points
so who
over that.
cares? I don't think anyone's.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think
no, I
anyone's
know,
going to
but
do
like
that.
it feels a bit
Yeah, I get it. You won
it
the
feels
treble.
a bit like you didn't fully take
I know what you mean.
advantage of the winning.
Exactly. So having won the Champions League, you think the treble should be on. I get that, but frankly, as far as the competition's concerned, I don't think it's going to matter. I think you're going to be fine. You would have to fall apart a little bit, I think, to not take this group. Sadly, I'm just saying you actually won every league game until
FFP.
you won every league game until November, didn't you? So that's quite. And then in fact, you drew 2, 3, and then you lost 1, drew 4. Lost 2, so you lost a few at the end, but you had pretty long unbeaten runs in that run as well. But just couldn't quite beat Rangers most of the time, right?
I mean, I can't be complaining.
No, you certainly can't
Yes,
complain.
Rangers were a problem, but I
Not
am
enough,
gonna
though.
come back against them.
Well,
I hope they
well
fall
done.
apart
I
very
will.
badly.
I'll let you get back to it, because I know you finished this season, but I'm sure you've got other things.
But I want to do
be
one
getting
shout
on.
out, and that is
Go for it.
to the one man that made all of this possible.
Which one?
can I do one shout?
Yeah, go for it. Which one did you have in mind?
Callum McGregor.
Callum McGregor, yeah. I have to say I quite like him as well. I mean, he's clearly not quite up. Have you sold him now?
Yes, 30 million to Chelsea in the
30
winter,
million?
which made a lot of my transfers possible.
How the hell have you done that? Goodness me. 30 million. Wow.
And I can
even
tell
more
you
jealous now.
nothing much about the second season, but I can say that when he hit 19 games, he suddenly stopped being played.
That's bizarre. How on earth do they play third? That's such a Chelsea transfer. 30 million for a 30-year-old who's been playing in the Scottish Premier League
Yes.
for all his career. Unbelievably stupid.
To be fair, he was very strong. Very,
He's a
very
good
good player.
no, for Celtic, he's an excellent player. I agree, but I'm not sure he's a Premier League player. Very odd.
He has like the third spot in average rating, even still
No,
at the end.
He's a terrific player for Celtic for sure. But yeah, how long he'll be a terrific player for is the other question, isn't it? And I have actually been trying to sell him as well for a lot less than 30 million, but I haven't managed to yet.
Trying to force him out the club.
Well, not quite, but because I like him. He's actually, I don't know if he was there long enough for you, but for me, no, he wouldn't have been. He actually had a testimonial at the beginning of the second season, which is fair enough. You think how long he's been there. It's completely what you would expect, isn't it?
No, like I've done a lot of transfers so far, and the old players at Celtic, they aren't too happy with me.
Well, yeah, not surprised.
A lot of intermediates
replacing them
have
all,
been
then
used.
I wouldn't have thought anything else, would I? But yeah, there's certainly an exciting squad that looks like it's going to be. I've just noticed you also got Luis Palmer. Was Luis Palmer signed in real life for Celtic?
Yeah, I didn't say
yeah.
him.
Okay, so I was thinking I've got him as well, but that's why. Yeah, no.
He's been.
But it's interesting. We've had a couple of players that we both signed as well, Ndidi and Calafiori, and then I tried to sign Bargi, although I haven't managed to.
Did you get Pedro Neto?
I did not get Pedro Neto, no.
Because I know other people got him too.
I've heard a few people have, yeah. I went for someone else, but yeah, I can see why you want him in. He'd be a good player for the SPL, certainly. Yeah. Okay, well, I will catch up with you again, I'm sure, at some point, because you're bound to have other incredible seasons in this World Cup. But
all I'm gonna say is there have been some insane transfers, so
I'm looking forward to seeing that next time. I'm sure it'll
Yes.
be popping up on the socials, which I'm only partly responsible for. So I'll often see them without necessarily seeing them beforehand. But yeah, some interesting things to see for your next season for sure. Because I'm assuming you're going to find ways to spend even more money. Goodness me, you've still got an insane balance as well.
Oh, that balance is
Not as high now, I'm sure, but
okay.
even the projection is at 185 million. How have you spent so much without affecting your projection? It's incredible. This is
All
wizardry.
I'm gonna say is that FFP is being a bit annoying in the current day.
Well, yes. There's a limit to how much you can do for sure.
Yes.
Cool. Well, I will catch up with you soon, and well done. And we will speak to you, I'm sure, at some point in the future.
Good conversation.
Cool. See you later.